listening to Gas Digital Best of the Week.
Ain't that your born killers, legion of skanks.
12 people got a tick in their pussy and they go,
Yeah, I don't know if I ever
smell
told you this. I used to work in a hair salon when I was 11 years old. This is so fucked up.
Oh boy.
ah, shit.
It's gonna be
Dude,
bad.
so there was a bunch of really hot chicks that worked there.
Now I'm getting excited.
Like smoking hot chicks. And then, this is at like 11 was when I was really jerking off a lot. There was a lot
Really?
of...
And yet he was jerking off a lot at 11, and yet 6 years later getting cut off at The Rock.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wow.
dude, I
Jerking off the
remember...
Hot Wheels cars.
There was
at
this
11.
really hot chick named Eileen that worked there. It was Bruno One Salon in New City. If I could ever find Eileen, if you're out there, whew, wow, she was the one.
If
don't
you're
wanna
out
see her
there,
now.
you are 50.
I would fucking...
Yeah.
Get the
50
fuck
something.
out of here.
No, she was like 19 at the time. I was like 11. She's just a little bit
in
older
her
than
40s.
Raina. She's the
By the way,
bitch.
do you
Holy
realize
shit.
how close to 50 that
She's
was,
so
Lewis?
old.
Oh!
Doesn't that
Don't
fuck
even
with
think
you?
about it.
Yeah.
don't
Sorry,
wanna see
I'm
that.
sorry.
She was so
47.
hot. Dude, she was so hot. It was crazy. But I remember she went to the
Do
bathroom.
what I do. Go to the sites and then look for their daughters. They look like them. They look like they did when they went.
Too real, Anthony.
Thank you. I was trying to.
So what I did was she went in the bathroom one time, and then I went in the bathroom right after her, and there was a pube on the toilet.
No, you didn't.
I did. I took.
You ate
I thought
it.
I was the only
No,
one.
I didn't.
No.
I
You snorted it off the seat.
Wait, you took it home and tried to grow a new heart. Did it work?
grew my own Eileen.
You put a bra on your head and put two jumper cables on either side of the pube. From my feet and from
You
my
was
hands.
right here. Holy shit, you didn't.
I put it in my mouth and I
It's
jerked off.
alive. It's alive.
I put it in my mouth.
You put
and
it in your mouth
and
and
I
jerked off
with it. Now,
That is
I
not
hope it was a
hygienic.
janitor before you
yo,
fucked.
thank you. I have no idea whose pube this was.
No
Of
ideas.
course, you imagined it was her.
It could have easily been.
If she was that pot, she probably didn't have long
my
pubes,
God.
Lewis.
I was jerking off with Bruno's pube from Bruno's salon.
For sure you were.
That was a goddamn Mexican's eyebrow hair.
That is really bad.
He's my
What a
calling card.
degenerate.
I leave one pube on every
That
toilet
was-
seat I destroy.
I just remember that as we're talking about Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy smell and about how that would be great to smell.
You remember the taste of that
I
pube?
remember the pube being in my
just
mouth.
getting
and being
flooded
like,
with memories. Yeah, yeah. All these
Oh, really
memories.
sucking out the juices?
You're like, this
And then what
tastes
you do?
like
Just pull,
cedar.
you pull it off with your ring finger and make a wish and blow it away? I hope nobody finds out what I've done.
Tastes like high karate.
By the way, not even to mention the fact that you pulled it off a toilet seat. Just how disgusting that
I
aspect
swear
of it
If it
on
was
my-
her
If it
pube,
was
she may have
her-
ripped his shit. There was probably piss drips on it.
Right.
I swear on my son's life this is true.
No one's
believe you?
questioning whether it's true.
No one
Why
says
did
you
you
didn't
feel
do
the
it.
need-
Believe me.
I go,
all
oh
believe
man,
you."
it's so disgusting that you took it off a toilet seat. You go, I swear it's true.
I've never heard. I know
Why are you
I've heard
calling
you.
me a liar?
I know I've hurt you before, but I promise this time's for real.
There wasn't one person that thought it was a lie.
Lewis, it's so disgusting
Who could
that you
possibly
did
make
that.
up that story?
You came in like everyone here was going like, shut the fuck
Come
up.
on, Louis.
Yo.
You're not that kind of guy.
You go, Lewis goes, one time I put a pube off a toilet seat in my mouth. You go, that's disgusting. He goes, I know. You guys think I'm just bragging. But I'm telling you, it
Totally
happened.
true. I wouldn't tell him it wasn't true. I swear to God, this is awesome.
I know, we've all got that. I scored 50 points in a game and took a pube off a toilet and put it in my mouth. Still all right.
That's my
This is
touchdown.
what,
to Paul
by the way,
Kai.
this is what's wrong with your diet. You have to stop picking at everything.
Yeah, that was that might have been my lowest moment.
Sucking a pube? It's not, dude. I hate to say it's
Jerking off
not.
with a pube.
It's, I know you pretty well. Top 12.
Yeah. It's up there, but it's not. It may not be the
You
worst.
think so?
I don't know. Sucking a pube that probably wasn't hers and jerking off?
It's not great.
It might have been hers. There's plausible deniability there.
Here, can I tell you the problem?
think you're okay.
It didn't matter. Like in my mind, it worked. So
Right.
No, it matters, though, in the
it
world.
doesn't matter. I'm sucking on a pube, but it doesn't
So-
matter if it's his pube or her pube.
In
Louis?
my
Louis?
mind, that cock was a vagina.
Lewis, in the fan.
Oh, dude, your clit is so huge.
in It got the
asshole
job.
was a
It got the
pussy in
job
my
done.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Your clit is shooting jizz all over my face. How hot is this?
You're a squirter.
My mouth got wet. I mean, I felt the sensations.
So what if his name was Frank? It was a chick.
Do you know that all female squirt is just male cum? It's a fact.
That is not a
Dude,
fact.
your reverse pussy is in my butt dick.
Oh my God! I'm gonna come from your pussy, fucking me up the ass so hard. You're a girl.
I'm coming all over you, coming all over me.
You're a girl.
You're a girl.
Oh man. You know what fucked me up though? Not too long ago. Do you know who Lonnie Love is from The Real?
Yeah.
Well, Lonnie Love said something a little disparaging, and listen, this is not to come down on her in any kind of way. Lonnie Love is a friend of mine for a long time, but she made a statement about black men that all black men cheat, but she has a white boyfriend now. So I don't like. It's just the way she's placed herself is kind of fucked up. Like it's like me saying I have a white girlfriend and I go all black women ain't shit. Enough of that shit.
Yeah.
Enough of that shit.
It's hypocritical in a way.
It's hypocritical, but it's not cool to jump race and think one race is better because you're with one. That's an individual you are with.
Right.
You are with it. How dare you shame a whole fucking race of people? That's not fucking cool. I don't like that shit. I don't like when we do it. I think it's fucking like. Look up Lonnie Love talking about black, and she seems angry, like she's been hurt. But it came really angry. I was very surprised at what she said. I just want to bring it out.
She said all black men cheat?
That's all she said.
What do you think about that?
No, it's not true.
No.
Because I know brothers that are fucking loyal as shit.
Yeah.
I know plenty of them. But men cheat, period.
Just in general.
Men cheat, period.
Just period.
Motherfucker, please. I've been performing long. I know dudes that would bring in different girlfriends every fucking week, whether it's Arab dudes, Latin dudes, white dudes. Are you serious?
And women cheat too.
Of course.
So what the fuck?
Okay, watch this. I want you to watch
the
this.
black community, I want to, I don't speak for the black community, but I do think that a lot of black men, they really don't know how to have true, faithful relationships. They think because they have money, because they have power, that they can treat women any kind of way.
That's men.
And that is something we need to work on.
That's very irresponsible.
Wait, what power?
What power? First
What
of
are you talking about?
all, men cheat no matter what the fuck job they have. Men cheat, janitors, garbage men. Men cheat because power as being a man, because you have a dick. That's just testosterone and trying to conquer shit. She was wrong on that. Go ahead.
I just feel like I feel like this is a sentiment that like all women at one point in their life just feel about men in general.
Yes.
And I guess I mean it's obviously incorrect, but it's incorrect to say that all men cheat in general. All men might cheat, but not all men cheat.
Yeah, listen, a lot of men cheat, fine, men.
Right. But
Fuck
I guess
it.
I could see like as a woman just being so angry about specific instances of it that you need to like find something to put it on. So like putting it on race or putting it on somebody's like I see, even though it's incorrect, like I see where that it comes from an emotional
It's a cop-out
place. Like you're hurt and so you need to put it on something.
She's so hurt.
Yeah.
That she went with
bitter.
this. Okay, can you show a little bit more?
Can we get a picture of her man?
No, watch. You'll see. He looks like a Nazi. But go ahead. Hold on. Go ahead. And she's
empowered.
Watch.
It does not mean that you can just do whatever
I think
you want to
sadly
do.
in so many cultures that is.
What are they
the whole
clapping
machismo
about?
thing,
What the
like, that goes
The
across
warm-up guy
the
told him to
board,
clap?
See, she said across the board. She said she corrected her. Because Lonnie, that was fucking foul. Go ahead.
Not across the board, because what is happening is that we are still dealing with the point of slavery.
Bullshit.
And we are descendants of slavery.
I disagree
and because
with
our
that.
families were broken up.
No,
we still
man.
Do not have.
Well, what about the white men that cheat all the fucking time?
She just hasn't dated the white man who cheated on her yet. I feel.
Is she gonna see? White men cheat. Men cheat. Men, we all talk about, yo, you can see that pussy. We love pussy. Men, I'm talking about heterosexual men love pussy no matter what the fuck age. You'll be in a strip joint, it'll be Asian men, Latin men, we love it all. Black girls, white girls, we like all of it.
Yeah.
That's it. We and listen, they say women, what is the percentage of men, Alex, what is the percentage of men and women cheating? Who's leading? Because women cheat too. They get down. They know how to.
I have a theory about this. I have a feeling that the percentage is going to skew male, but I happen to think that women get away with cheating more than men do.
You know what I'm saying?
They get away with it. Yeah.
I think that the statistic is skewed because we know less about women cheating than we know about men cheating.
Of course, because men run everything, and men deserve to be actually stereotyped as cheating because men have fucked the planet up. We've ruined women. So if we I could take that
How do we ruin women?
No, we've treated women like shit from misogyny, not giving them jobs, not being fair to them. What do you mean?
Man.
Okay, what's the percentage? You know I don't like graphs.
Yeah, I don't know what this means.
I'm not in the mood for this graph.
Okay,
really,
so
did you throw
what
an
does
F
this mean?
function at
I'm
me
sorry.
just
What
now?
the fuck?
Did you just throw algebra
it
at me?
goes by age. So from
I just need a
at
percentage.
age 18 to 19, women cheat more, but then directly after that, men start cheating more.
Oh, this is perfect. I'm so happy that graph worked because it goes along with the joke that I had.
I'm sorry, it's actually 18 to 29, it says.
But you see that? Mm-hmm. Because I do it in my joke. This is why I love what the fuck I do. Because women mature faster than men. When they are in high school, they are fucking around with college dudes, blah, blah, blah. And we're slower to catch up.
Yeah.
And then watch what happens. Women are always the celebrities. They always get the attention. They don't have to be in a movie or nothing. They're just pretty. So they're going to always get shit thrown at them. I want to go to, can you go to prom? Can we do this? Come to the party with me? Da, 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 da. You get in the clubs for free. When they're 16, they get in the clubs for free. That's why by the time they're 20, 22, they're tired of clubs.
Doesn't mean shit, yeah.
But for us, our shit comes later.
So there's this huge spike over here between 40 and 49 where men start cheating a ton more than they used to.
Yeah, because here's what happens.
Yeah.
Here's what happens. And this is why it happens. Because when you're at a level, because to get women is an actual skill. It's an actual skill.
It's an art form.
It's an art form because women are a lot of times kind of trained to tell dudes, get the fuck out of my face. Like, unless they like certain ones, but it's usually like, there's a reason why guys go, damn, that girl over there, I like her, I'm afraid. Why are they afraid? Because a lot of times women are there to reject your ass. Like, especially if they're cute, especially if they're pretty, especially if with their friends. Some people are going to disagree with me, but I'm telling you, why are guys like, damn, she's hot. I don't know if I should go over there. Because the rejection thing is high.
Yeah.
You know, they might not be in the mood, this whole shit. So when you get to a level where you're more mature, that's why a lot of women dig older dudes, because it evens out. Because like me at my age, getting women, because you know all the tricks. You know everything now. You're old enough, because it takes an older guy that's why older dudes can really get a lot of younger women easily. It's just easier because you've seen every scenario. That's why when a young dude is fucking with girls, he's like, I'm not sure. It's like comedy. If you've been in it a long time, you've seen every scenario. You know exactly how to handle shit. You understand?
Yeah.
Also, generally, women get this like onslaught of sexual attention when they're like 18 or 19,
right.
And men don't generally get hit with that. They get like a slow roll.
And then when you can get a lot of ass, you're gonna take advantage. Why do you think when Lonnie said when rich men have black men have power? No, you don't need power to be fucking a lot of broads.
No.
If you're good looking, if you have a good game and you're funny, you get women, dog. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest. I always got girls. I was funny, blah blah blah. You're on a sports team. There's different levels of it. But the reason why when we get a little older is because it's easier and you're gonna take advantage. That's why like nerdy dudes or rich dudes take advantage of women because they were shit on, and a lot of times it's revenge too. It's revenge shit too because women can be mean as fuck in high school, you're getting rejected, so you take your revenge and fuck everything you
It's
can.
resentment, yeah.
You it's like revenge shit.
Could make you cry. That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.
Such a fun time. But I also have something else that happened to me, which is not maybe less of a fun time than New Year's. I was in State College, PA.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Which that's something I learned about you in LA, that you went to Penn
Kid, fuck
State.
you.
And you were at Penn State when the Paterno-Sandusky thing happened.
It's her Uncle Jerry.
It was my very first semester there, yeah.
That's so wild.
It was wild.
Dude, you know what? I actually truly believe this. I think you should have gotten a refund or like a rebate.
Yeah.
Because you went to that school based on pretense that it is a reputable university, not a kid fuck ring.
Sure.
Like every time somebody sees a Nittany Lion now, they're just like, oh.
Well,
paying it off.
Here's the thing, though.
Jesus Christ.
And here's the thing, though. In State College, you would never know anything happened. Everybody still wears Penn State, everything. It has a ton of pride.
It's made them bigger. Fans.
Yeah, it's made them more loyal and fierce and like defensive against others. Like they're outsiders they keep out. By outsiders, I guess they mean black people.
Does Sandusky's
because
wife still live in the area?
I'm not sure.
That's an interesting. I wonder if she still walks around with like, just carte blanche. Like everybody's like, Miss Sandusky, it's terrible what's happening with Gerald.
Well, it is a wild scene up there. So I'm going up there, doing this show. Mike Spears, this other comedian that we found out later lives in Astoria, so we could have carpooled up together, but of course we did not.
That turns out to be good. Teaser.
Mm-hmm. So I'm driving up and I leave, like 11 a.m. We don't have a show till 7 p.m. It's like an early show. Only one show. It's an early show. So I'm like, all right, it's pretty cool. So I'm driving up and...
What's the drive? 3 hours?
4. And it is so boring. It's I-80 the whole way. There's no rest stops anywhere. So I didn't even eat lunch. I was like, the next rest stop, I'll get Wendy's. I had Wendy's in my mind.
Yeah.
I passed a McDonald's and went, you're not good enough. I want Wendy's. And then a Wendy's never came. So I was driving down it and I'm on 80 and this guy, I'm doing, the speed limit I think was either 65 or 70 and I was doing about just under 10 miles an hour faster than the speed limit. So I'm already...
Are you in Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
So you're seeing just fucking road signs of Christ followed by DWI warnings followed by Christ.
And guns.
Yeah.
A lot of guns.
And fireworks.
Mm-hmm. So I'm driving and this guy is tailgating, like in the trunk of my car. And again, I'm doing 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. So already like calm down, but I couldn't even, I was in the left lane, but I couldn't get over because I was currently passing like a line of 3 or 4 cars. So I didn't speed up any faster. Yeah. I kept going at my current speed, which was still speeding.
Right.
And was like, I'm going to wait until I pass all his car and then I'll move over for you fuck, if you want to do fucking 90 like an asshole.
Yeah.
So I'm going up and he's just getting close. He's like, I mean, if I...
Brake check.
And guess what I did, Mike? I was having a real fun time. I timed it and then just went, just touch on the brake. Dude, this guy's front end of his car like went down 6 inches. It went like this and cut the wheel and then cut the wheel back.
Yeah, you could kill somebody by doing that.
Yeah.
But you were right to do it.
Right, 100%.
If that guy died, it was only his fault.
It was 100% his fault. So I tapped on the brake because I realized...
So making you uncomfortable in that left lane, frankly, is worth his life.
Yeah, and honestly, it wasn't me doing it purposely. For the record, it was because I felt unsafe because I noticed I was speeding.
Yeah.
So I had to touch the brake a little bit. But the guy goes like, skirt, and then goes into here, swings back to here. I move over, and as he's passing me, he's, flying past me now because he knows what I did.
Of course.
He knows.
Yeah.
So he speeds past me, and I am uncontrollably laughing as he passes me because I know how mad and scared he must have just been. Like at first he was like, why isn't this guy fucking, and then, like that. So I caught him right in that moment. And as he speeds by, I'm laughing. He sees me laughing. And then I didn't even think of this as an option. He cuts into my lane and brake checks me, but like hard. And I wasn't going fast enough where it affected me. Like I did have to touch a brake, but it was still like we were still way further apart than that.
That's the best where he does it to you and he's like, and you're just like stopping. You're like, well, that was weird.
Yeah, like I just slowed down 3 miles an hour and then he like gunned it. I'm doing 120 out of my vision, but that
guy's dead.
Yeah,
He's gotta be dead.
Yeah, I think he flipped into a ravine or something.
Here's hoping.
Yeah. And then I leave and I say to Mike, because we were like, we were joking around. We go, hey, I'll wave to you on the bridge since we're both driving home together, essentially, right? So I'm about 15 minutes ahead of him because he still had to wait to get paid. So I fucking take off. And it's I-80 again. It's fucking pitch black, man.
Yeah.
It's pitch black, and it's like kind of lightly, like misty raining, like not too hard though. There's no rest stops, and I need gas too. So I pull over to one. I finally see an exit that's like a Valero. I turn away. I turn off of it. It's like a mile down this. I mean, I'm talking jet black road. I get to it. The Valero is like not lit up in any way at all. But there's people at the pump, and then there's another couple cars.
No.
There's a couple cars in the parking lot. So I go, well, I guess the gas is still on, but there's no attendant. So I pull in. And I get out of my car.
Oh, no.
And instead of just being like, let me just pay quickly and get out of here, I decide I'm going to like put it on like a gift card that I got. So it's like extra steps. And then I look over and I realize the guy at the other pump is like not pumping gas. He just got his like, he's like
pouring gasoline on a cross.
Yeah. And there's two guys, like stereotypical Pennsylvania fucking hick, that are wearing full like army like
ghillie suit.
Yeah, like fatigue looking shit, like camo clothes, like Duck Dynasty beards, and are just resting on the back of their pickup truck, talking, but like at a level in which I should be able to hear them because they're close enough, but I can't hear them talking. So it's like a little worrisome where they're like, why can't I hear what you're saying?
Right.
What are you trying to keep so quiet? Yeah, like that kind of shit.
Let's go beat that lesbian to death.
Yeah. It's not a hate crime if it's a woman. It's like, well, that's exactly how it works. But so I go to pump the gas. It gives me 42 cents worth of gas and then just shuts off. I guess that was like whatever's left in the pump because the gas didn't work. And I tried it like another 2 times, and I felt them just looking at me, and then I go, I'm gonna cut my losses and just hope I make it to the next one. And like I sped out of there.
God, dude.
But there was not even music on. That's what was scary. It was just
that
pitch
wasn't
black
an open gas station.
No,
you stumbled upon something
and tried for a real long time to get gas.
I mean, you should have been dead.
I know. But I got lucky. I didn't get killed, and then I ended up going to another. I found another Valero a couple exits later, and this one was not only open, it was like the biggest convenience store gas station I've ever seen. They had showers and laundry machines for like truckers to do their wash and shit. It was like, it was crazy.
That's where they did their bed sheets.
Yeah, seriously.
Then they met at the other Valero.
So I end up, I get the gas there, and I'm back on the road, and the whole rest of the ride, I'm doing, 75, speed limit 75 or 70 or something like that, and I'm in, and I have my brights on whenever someone's not in front of me, just going like, and it just is like deer crossing, and I keep thinking, man, if something jumps out, if a deer jumps out right now, I've been in a car that hit a deer once. We were going like 40 miles an hour. Like 75 on a wet highway, I could kill me. I could just absolutely flip the car, whatever the fuck. So I'm so nervous the entire time there that it's like I'm white knuckling the entire drive back. And thankfully I get home safe at like 1:30 in the morning, I'm so happy. And then I wake up the next day, and Mike messages me at 10:45 a.m. and he goes, be happy that we didn't carpool together because I hit a deer last night on I-80 doing 75 miles an hour.
God.
And I was like, and he's like, and I'm still not home. And then I go,
I'm currently being airlifted by helicopter.
So I go, where are you? And he's like, I'm 2 hours away, which is the halfway point, which sucks because then it's like you already have a paid for room in State College, but you're too far away from that.
But
and
also, how was he getting back?
His car was completely totaled.
Yeah.
All the airbags went off. The fucking seatbelt like bruised him, he said. And then he had state troopers had to drive him to a motel, and then he had to rent a car there and drive back to New York City with his other car, I guess just like fucked for like just gone.
Yeah.
You just take what you have on you. And I asked him, I was like, dude, did you not like, you're lucky someone else didn't smash into the back of you, you know, or that you didn't flip or go off the road into a ravine or something. But he said that he hit it so, it was like this giant fucking dough. And he said that he hit it so hard that the car came to like a screeching stop. What are you laughing at?
I'm just picturing this beautiful dough in the middle of an otherwise empty area.
Pitch black.
Pitch black, with just admiring the
Grass,
godly
grass,
nature.
grass. What's this hard ground?
Oh, that's right.
Smash.
Click, 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 click. Just being eviscerated.
A million little pieces.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable. So he did not have a good day.
Just Thanos smash.
Now, Joe, you had questions that you want to ask. We want to hear what you
Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy.
Well, we were talking about L.A. Now,
Yeah.
you lived in L.A. for a while.
Love
Yes, that's a great point. Way to turn the tables on him, Joe.
Yeah.
Now, let me make it more confrontational. You lived in L.A., you bucket of shit, and you're coming at Joe.
But you liked
Message
it.
to the listeners, my apartment is also almost ready. Right? Okay, Joe, we all get to play, dude. Play. Go ahead, Justin. Go ahead, Joe. Justin lived in L.A.
You liked it. Now, listen, we both liked it at one point.
Wait, let me say this.
And there was a time where we both were very happy to be out of New York and kind of tired of the routine here.
You and I had the same exact sentiment about New York. We're like, every time we were on the phone and a siren went by, we're like, this fucking city, and the winter sucked and all that, and tight apartments. So when I got out there, like, the space and the openness and like just like every like I wanted like I could have used some fucking fake smile because I was like sick of like just grimacing New Yorkers and ugly fucks on the train, right?
Right.
But then you get out there and you just like, all right, I'm on the west side. It's 9 o'clock at night. Everybody's asleep. Blah blah. Here, you said it the other day. You come over to my house. Hutchinson comes over. We all bounce around. It's like you could see fucking 20 of your friends in a night, especially the comedy scene. You go club. It's just so much more like, it's so much more fucking fun.
It's a big clubhouse.
It's such a good this fucking city. It's going to kill me.
Yeah.
Joe, are you hungover from last night?
No.
Okay.
No, why? Do I see him hungover?
No. I was just wondering.
What are you trying to say, Mike?
I
don't have a problem. I can quit at any time.
He can put whatever he wants in his cup.
Joe, he could put. Thank you, Shannon. Good comeback, Shannon. Give yourself one.
I woke up. In all honesty, I went a little hard at it last night. I was having a little too much fun, and I woke up. I got a veal parmesan sandwich, as a man like you would.
Right. Because you're Italian. We're gonna get into what you are, Joe.
This is so funny, dude. I was with Paul from the stand. And we were all.
He's the best of party.
We were all fucked up at Patty McGuire's next to the old stand, where the old stand used to be.
Right. By the way, it's Tuesday, everybody. I just want to let you know. It's Tuesday.
Well, people don't understand this because they have 9 to 5s. They don't really understand that you get it in on a Tuesday.
It was the Gotham holiday
That's
party.
right.
So we got, and then we went to Skanks, and we got all ripped up.
And
anyway,
you hung out with Paulie.
Yeah.
The Rose is back. Come over here.
We went to the pizza place that's right there.
Good Lunetta.
It's great. So he goes, a veal parmesan sandwich. So he buys me a veal parm sandwich, and I was going to get a slice of mushroom pizza. And he goes
to wash it down.
And he goes, "All right, I'll buy you the sandwich. You get the pizza." And then at the last second, I was like, "I changed my mind. I don't want the pizza." And he's like, "All right, whatever." So we left. We go back to the bar, and then I go, "You know what? I did want the pizza." And he goes, "All right, get me one too." And meet me at the bar. I go into the place. I buy a slice of mushroom. I go, "Don't heat it up." They hand it to me cold. I don't get him one. I eat half of it. I go to the bar and I just give him the rest. And he goes, "What the fuck is this?" And he goes, "Where the fuck is my slice?" And I go, "They wouldn't let me buy two." I was so drunk. And he goes, "What do you mean they wouldn't let you buy two?" And I go, "They wouldn't let me." And he goes, "Why is it fucking cold?" And I go, "They wouldn't heat it up. They wouldn't let me." I was so drunk and just lying. And then I just left. I left him just holding half and eating a slice of mushroom pizza. It was disgusting.
Dude, you're my favorite person
Oh my
late
God.
night. Just to dude, Joe's like Joe's like the person where it was like, who's the guy I could like keep this going with? You're the fuck.
Yeah,
you're a
unfortunate-
fucking wild man.
Listen,
you're a fucking.
Joe's a good late night
Joe's
guy.
a fucking wild
He's a good late
man,
night
dude.
hanger.
I miss the days when Mikey V used to fucking hang.
Yes.
Mike and
will
I
hang.
used to take it into the fucking
Who?
night sometimes.
Yeah.
Go home, Mike.
Yeah.
No.
Mike,
Yes.
do you drink at all anymore?
Yeah, I drink. I still drink.
You'll still drink, but you just do it
I mean,
early, or what do you do?
No,
What's your
I don't.
thing?
I'll drink, but I can't go. I usually don't go 4 or 5 in the morning.
He's got
anymore.
hot yoga
No,
in the morning.
Yeah,
yeah.
4 in the morning. I just pointless, and I'm too drunk. Plus, I'm older now. Like I can't. My system can't. I really hurt the next day. I'm in real pain. But I still drink. I drank when I was in Minnesota. I went out with the staff a few nights. Like it was fun.
That's a fun
but
staff
but
to
not
hang
till
out with.
4.
Yeah.
Not till 4.
No, I got home last night about 2, and but I had gone after
That's
it a
not
little
bad.
too hard. But I woke up this morning at like 9,
Yeah, buddy.
and I was hurting. But
Yeah.
I'm so much better now at like force it up, dude. Get the fuck up.
Yeah.
Start drinking water, and I started doing work immediately. Got up, walked all the way to Staples.
Yeah.
You know, got some shit I needed over there. Ran some errands. Came back. Worked on my stuff for my podcast with Corinne tonight. Like. And I never took a nap. No, I was like, okay, I can live with that. I drank last night. I was productive today.
2
I wasn't a
questions.
loser.
What were you drinking?
I know.
Well, this is why I was hungover.
Can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna guess 2.
Okay.
You were drinking tequila and whiskey.
No.
Hmm.
You want
Scotch.
No. I'll tell you this. I fucked up. I was stupid. I started out with wine.
Oh, that's the worst.
I was drinking Sauvignon Blanc, and I was like, I'll keep it easy tonight. Just drink some vino. And then I had like 3 of those, and then we went to the Gotham party, and Paulie handed me a fucking tequila, and I was like, oh shit. And then I started drinking tequila.
Yeah.
Then I was too fucked up, so then I drank a beer to try to slow it down.
Right.
But then the beer was taking too long, so then I started doing shooters of tequila.
How many drinks did you have last night?
I like
Probably like 9.
All
It's
right.
bad. It's not. Look, I'm not proud of that.
Listen,
but I
that's
mean,
you're still in the single digits.
That's
Joe.
respectful. That's a respectable.
probably
number.
9. Look, I can on a big night. I do 9, 10 drinks,
Right.
and that was a big night.
Yeah, but not beers like liquor.
That's the
liquor
problem. 2
drinks.
of those drinks is shots,
Yeah.
or 3 of those drinks
Right.
is shots.
That puts
So
you down. The shots put you down. Fast.
I can't do them anymore. I
Yeah.
got to stop. It's with a heavy heart that I say I can no longer do shots. I love doing them, but I just can't anymore.
Here, the
They
question
get
on
me
the other
too fucked up.
The question on the other end is: are you a coffee guy in the morning? Like you get up, you get some water, you get hydrated. Maybe you take some Nuprins.
I'm a big
Right?
Nuprins
and
are a good one.
Nuprins.
I
You know
never
what?
heard
Little
that word since
yellow.
the 80s.
Different.
You know what I've become, Mike? And I don't mean to leave you out of this, Justin. You're included too.
Go ahead.
I've become. I had to start drinking espresso because the drip coffee was too acidic.
Mhm.
I'm a Nespresso guy now.
Are you really?
I got a Nespresso
Are
machine.
you?
Thing is fucking incredible.
Really?
Yeah, dude. You make Americanos.
A
with
Breville?
With the
A
push-
Breville?
No, Nespresso, the brand.
Nespresso.
The Nestle has Nestle has like a Keurig style espresso machine called Nespresso.
I've seen them.
One button, with the push of a button, a fucking Americano comes
You're a
out.
better living through chemistry type of guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are back from LA. An espresso? We don't even know what that is here in New York. you
Wait a
have
second.
these
There's an
different-
espresso store in my neighborhood.
Wait, can I hear about this?
Yeah.
Wait a second. That sounds amazing. So you just put the little cartridge in and it makes an espresso?
Listen, I know you're doing the character, but it is amazing. It's fucking incredible. It's awesome.
It's fucking awesome.
If TikTok expands and I fucking find my mom on TikTok one day,
Your mom's gonna be on TikTok.
I will
doing
fucking
this with her
shit
head.
myself. No. I don't want my mom dancing on TikTok. Everybody I know has my mom like unfollowed on Facebook. Everybody who's
What's
friends with
going
her.
on with your
is
mom and Feeney? Are they fucking? Why is she sending sexual words with friends to him?
So my mom and Feeney, Mike Feeney, started a Words with Friends game to each other that my mom started with the word head, and then he followed up with the word moaned, and then she followed up with the word horny. And I'm like, are you guys even playing your best letters, or is this just a fucking game to you? My mom takes that shit seriously. She usually likes to win. I'm like,
honey, I don't think she's taking this one seriously. I think she's playing a little bit on this one.
I refuse to believe that
your mom is legitimately flirting with Feeney. I hope you know that.
The 3 best words in a row in that game could have been head, moaned, and horny.
Your mom and Feeney are flirting. Do you understand that?
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about that
Your
at all.
mom tingles for Feeney.
No.
Yes, she does.
She does not.
Your mom tingles for Feeney.
She doesn't.
Yes, she does.
No. And Mike Feeney's wife, if you're listening, my mom does not tingle for Feeney.
She does.
She doesn't.
Yes.
She's a Words with Friends connoisseur.
Horny and head are the 2 she sent to Feeney. That's not a coincidence. Let me just tell you right now.
He's fucking
she could have
playing
just
into it as well.
She could have. I'm telling you right now. She could have done. Heed.
Mix those letters around.
She could have done horn and made it more appropriate. She needed the 1 point.
Nah, bro. A Y is worth 3, and if you got that on like a double letter or triple letter, and maybe it's going in both directions, you can make bank
Trust
off
me.
of a Y.
Your mom's getting it in both directions. I don't know what else to say, but Feeney's gonna fuck your mom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're listening. Is she listen?
I mean,
does she listen?
I hope not. I've said worse things than that, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, this is just a fantasy scenario we're playing.
Oh, the other
But
day,
no, really, they're gonna bang.
The other day, I was I had Angad over, and we were doing it, and it's like, I guess it's our mistake for like starting things up like 40 minutes after he gets to my house. Like I should chill and wait a couple hours and let him have his greeting with my parents and whatnot. But whatever, it had been a while. I hadn't seen him since before LA.
Right.
And it's like really just as things were getting super hot and heavy, my mom was like, knock, 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 knock on the door.
Oh, no.
And it's one of those things where like he went to grab the blanket to cover us, but I jumped out of the bed because I know my mom. She knocks just as like a courtesy. She'll knock and open in like one swift motion sometimes.
Yes.
So I jump out of the bed and literally just put my entire body against the door.
Oh no!
Because I don't have a lock yet.
I hate it.
It's really bad. And she's like, "Can I come in?" And I'm like, "No." It's like, "What do you like? What's that moment? What do you say?" We're both completely naked. I'm like, "No." She's like, "No." You know.
No.
You know what's happening, Mom.
Or how about this? I'll leave the door cracked when you can come in.
Right? Maybe I like that. I should suggest that.
You should suggest that rule. You should be like, Mom, when the door's closed, don't even knock.
I don't know if I said no, but I was like, not right now. Can you just give me like 5 minutes? And she was like, no, I can't give you 5. Like she was just being annoying about it. And it turned out that she was holding some clothes that she didn't put in the dryer. She like hung them to dry instead. And she wanted me to hang them in my room. But it's like, I mean, what are the odds that she didn't realize what was happening?
Did she not realize?
She had to have realized.
What did you do?
I mean,
Did she eventually
sent her
go away?
I wasn't going to just open the door. The door wasn't going to open. I don't know what to say. I'm
naked.
I'm naked. He's naked. This is awkward. The door's not going to open.
Oh, it's so weird. Then you have to look at her later.
It only gets worse when the door opens. And then literally it's like 6 minutes later, she's still upstairs doing something. Like literally we like finish off and like 6-7 minutes later,
finish off. Okay, Alex.
We finished off.
All right.
I open the door and she's like there with the things still. It was crazy.
She just waited by the door until you guys finished.
It was crazy behavior.
No, she listened.
It was not okay.
She heard you.
She was like in a room or two down from me.
Too close. She
really
probably
way
heard
too
you
close.
fucking.
I know. And we were trying to decide if she had gone downstairs. We couldn't really tell. But then afterward, it was very obvious that she hadn't.
Oh, no.
You know when you're like, I know I'm being quiet, but I don't know if I'm being quiet enough.
Story of my fucking life.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Because you know what it is? It's like when you're being quiet, you feel like you're being quiet, right? But then that moment after sex, when you go to the bathroom and you realize just how silent the house is.
Yeah.
You're like, I hear every board creak throughout this bitch. There's no way I wasn't loud.
Sometimes the silence is the thing that gives you away. Like, we'll be fucking like, as silently as possible. And then I noticed that as soon as we're finished, we're having a full out conversation with each other.
Yeah.
That's like, obviously, why were they so quiet for the last 20 minutes? And,
yeah.
you know?
What you have to do is you have to have a casual conversation while you're fucking. That's the secret.
Sometimes I literally sprinkle that in. Like, if I'm paranoid.
So how was work today?
Not that casual, but I'll say something that's like non-sexual, sort of in a loud and casual voice,
Like
just
what?
in case. I don't know.
I'm dying to know what
Let me
you
think
threw out
about
there.
it. Let me think about it. Like if the TV is still on or something, I'll say out loud in a very casual voice. I'll be like, "The TV's still on." Like you know, like just something that sounds like we're maybe trying to have a private conversation, or I don't know.
Wow, you're so obviously fucking. in your
Yeah,
room.
it's awful.
I can't.
At this point, I understand if you're a teenager and your parents don't want you fucking in the house, but like at this point, I'm about to be 27 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It has to come with the territory that if I'm living at home, I'm fucking in the house.
Yes.
Where else would I be fucking?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's an agreement. That's got to be an unspoken agreement
Do
between
your
me and
parents
my
bang?
parents.
Like, can you
They
interrupt
must.
her back and
No,
be like,
they're-
"This is what it's like, ma."
They're very often like, make sure you let us know what time you're coming home tonight.
Oh.
So it's one of those. Like, I have plenty of late nights at work. I think they bang while I'm at Legion of Skanks. As they should.
Nice.
As they fucking should.
Yeah. Then your mom comes home. She gives you a little kiss. She grabs your face. You smell your dad's dick.
Oh
on
my
her
God.
hands.
The
How
other-
many times has your mom touched your face with your dad's dick on her hands?
I don't know, but literally the other day while we were fucking, we were smoking a joint.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like giving him head while he was hitting the joint. And then I like came up for air and hit the joint. And then mentally in my mind, I was like, do not let your mom smoke that joint
Oh
later
my
when she comes up
God.
to your room. It's just got dick on it.
Oh no!
Like it's a dick joint.
It would be
now.
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. So
she would be blowing your boyfriend.
My point is,
that's nice of you.
I really hope that she considers me the way that I consider her, like that. I wouldn't let my mom suck that joint dick.
Okay. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. As you shouldn't.
Yeah. So
You're
I
a
think
good
her hands
daughter.
are clean.
Yeah.
I must get it from her.
You must. You must hide the dick the way she hides the dick.
Yeah. Like mother, like daughter.
So wait, your birthday's tomorrow.
My birthday's tomorrow.
That's so fun.
This is slumber party conversation, though.
It really is.
It's perfect.
What else? What do we do at a birthday slumber party?
Okay. Well, I used to always play. I mean, we can't play it here, but I used to play Pigs in a Blanket.
Pigs in a blanket?
Yeah, you like Pigs in a Blanket?
Did you just wrap yourself in a blanket?
It's when everybody switches sleeping bags into a random one while one person isn't looking. And then the person who's it has to like touch people. And when you touch them, they oink like a pig. And you have to guess which person is in which sleeping bag based on the oink.
Based on the oink.
Based on the oink.
And then when do they Venmo you?
They don't Venmo you.
I don't understand the game. Why would you have a pig around if it wasn't sending you money?
But yeah, the whole point is to try to oink like one of your friends might oink and try to trick them into thinking you're one of your friends.
You mean they oink at you and they don't give you their income?
They don't give you no income.
That is disgusting.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's the moment. Let's play the clip. Here's the moment that everyone was talking about.
Up in the last 48 hours. Senator Sanders, CNN reported yesterday that, and Senator Warren confirmed in a statement that in 2018, you told her that you did not believe that a woman could win the election. Why did you say that?
Well, as a matter of fact, I didn't say it. And I don't want to waste a whole lot of time on this because this is what Donald Trump and maybe some of the media want. Anybody knows me, knows that it's incomprehensible that I would think that a woman could not be president of the United States. Go to YouTube today. There's a video of me 30 years ago talking about how a woman could become president of the United States. In 2015, I deferred, in fact, to Senator Warren. There was a movement to draft Senator Warren to run for president. And you know what? I stayed back. Senator Warren decided not to run, and I did run afterwards. Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by 3 million votes. How could anybody in a million years not believe that a woman could become president of the United States?
So here's the thing, right? And this is I told you that's the benefit that Bernie Sanders has, right? That he can separate himself from other people. The problem Bernie Sanders has, which I've been saying through this whole campaign, is for whatever reason, he does not have the killer in him. Now, that was, by the way, that answer was pretty good. It was pretty good, pretty forceful, it's incomprehensible that I would say this. I wanted Elizabeth Warren to run for president before I was even running. Hillary Clinton won the popular vote. It's ridiculous to say a woman can't be president. Oh, okay. Again, in the world of Democratic, primary politics, pretty good answer. But don't you see where it's missing a little something? This is the kind of like autistic Bernie Sanders problem that he has, where he's not able to actually take on other people. Look, Bernie, here's the reality. If what you're saying is true, right, that you didn't say this and it's incomprehensible that you would say anything like this, well then somebody, okay, another human being, let's pretend for a second you're a human being, another human being who you encouraged to run for president, who's saying that they're your friend, is lying about you, smearing you, fucking calling you a sexist by implication 3 weeks before the first primary just for political purposes. So someone who's a friend of yours, who you've been there for, you've done good things for, is fucking trying to ruin you for strictly political purposes. So the response there can't just be this, like, this is the autistic part where it's like, no, I wouldn't say that. I could never say that. What are you talking about? It's like, shouldn't the response be, of course I didn't say that, and I can't believe Elizabeth Warren would lie about me for political purposes. If this is true, why didn't you say this about me 3 years ago when you're saying I said it? No, this is, you know what I mean? Like there isn't, because it was an opportunity for him to flip it around from being a challenge on his integrity to be like, no, this is about your integrity. I didn't say that, and you're lying about me. Is the implication that I'm a sexist? Because of this, of course I didn't say this. If that's true, then why was I supporting you for running for president in 2015? Why'd I endorse Hillary Clinton or whatever? You could go in different ways. Maybe he doesn't want to remind people that he endorsed that nightmare, murderous, blood-soaked lizard person, but whatever. Anyway, then the other thing you realize is that Bernie Sanders, which has come up a lot, is how much against Bernie Sanders the media is. And watch this next exchange. CNN's gotten a lot of heat for this. It's pretty remarkable.
And let me be very clear. If any of the women on this stage or any of the men on this stage win the nomination, I hope that's not the case. I hope it's me. But if they do, I will do everything in my power to make sure that they are elected in order to defeat the most dangerous president in the history of our country.
So Senator Sanders, I do want to be clear here. You're saying that you never told Senator Warren that a woman could not win the election.
That is correct.
Senator Warren, what did you think when Senator Sanders told you a woman could not win the election?
All right, let's pause it right there. Isn't that fucking incredible? That they would literally just go, so you're saying you never said this. That's right, I never said it. Elizabeth Warren, when he said that, how'd you feel? That's their next question. It's not as if this was 3 questions later and that happened to come up. It's the next second after Bernie Sanders says that. They just basically jump in and start arguing. Well, we have to take Elizabeth Warren's word for this. And Bernie Sanders laughs and the whole crowd laughs. And this is when the media overplays their hand with their obvious, like, you have a dog in this fight strategy. This was not a mistake. This was very clearly intentional. And when everyone's laughing, that's a kind of a bad sign. And they go, oh, yeah, we see how you just set that up. And then, of course, Elizabeth Warren also just plays into it and just takes it as a given. Well, I disagreed. So no one's even going to acknowledge that the guy is saying, I didn't say this. And even then, Elizabeth Warren, if he did say this and he's saying he didn't, you should be like, Bernie, you're not telling the truth. You absolutely said this to me. None of that. But then Elizabeth Warren goes into this moment, and we'll see why Elizabeth Warren is so terrible.
Bernie is my friend, and I am not here to try to fight with Bernie. But look, this question about whether or not a woman can be president has been raised, and it's time for us to attack it head on. And I think the best way to talk about who can win is by looking at people's winning record. So, can a woman beat Donald Trump? Look at the men on this stage. Collectively, they have lost 10 elections. The only people on this stage who have won every single election that they've been in are the women, Amy and me. only person on this stage who has beaten an incumbent Republican any time in the past 30 years is me. And here's what I know. The real danger that we face as Democrats is picking a candidate who can't pull our party together or someone who takes for granted big parts of the Democratic constituency. We need a candidate who will excite all parts of the Democratic Party, bring everyone in, and give everyone a Democrat to believe in. That's my plan, and that is why I'm going to win.
Senator Klobuchar.
Thank you.
All right.
Senator
So there's Elizabeth Warren's response. Now, of course, this gets a big pop from the crowd because anytime you do this kind of girl power, we've won elections, blah, 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 it's like, okay, Elizabeth Warren, you winning elections in a liberal district doesn't really prove anything about what you can do to Donald Trump in a national election. But again, just realize that this is what she's got. This is the now. There are a lot of these things that get big applause from the people who go to a Democratic debate. But is that really going to sway voters who care about meat and potatoes issues? You know, this is the fucking. First off, it's just so slimy for her to say, Bernie's my friend. I'm not trying to pick a fight with Bernie, but it's time we addressed this question. Who's asking this question? You inserted this question into the record just so you could give this canned bullshit response to it. Now, Bernie Sanders is differentiating himself on some issues of actual substance. This is just fucking nonsense, and I don't think it's a winning hand for Elizabeth Warren to be playing. But we'll see what happens because the media is clearly against Bernie Sanders. The DNC was against him last time. He doesn't really seem to be trying to win, or if he is, he doesn't have that killer to really go for it. Look, Bernie Sanders has gone this whole campaign without pointing out the obvious. Like if you were Bernie Sanders' campaign manager and you were like, okay, we're thinking about what speeches we're going to give or what talking points we're going to deliver, the first one you'd think he still hasn't mentioned this whole time, which is obvious. You guys cheated me last time. You guys cheated me last time and decided Hillary Clinton was going to be the nominee, and look what you did. You gave the White House to Donald Trump. I would have beaten him. It's my time now. The whole party's moved to me. We're going to beat him. All these people are saying they want to, these like democratic socialist policies. Who really has the credibility to say they're actually, the real democratic socialists? It's me. Like that's obviously his selling point. And he just refuses to make it. And he's left it very close. He's still leading in the Iowa polls, but it's very, very close. And as you know, I've learned in the Ron Paul days, if you leave it close, they can cheat you out of that shit. So I'd say be careful. That would be my message to Bernie Sanders. Now the other thing that I just want to mention before we wrap up, there was this other thing that I think might be really damaging for Bernie Sanders if he were to win in a general election, and that was this Project Veritas video that came out recently. I was going to play the video on the show. Oh, you know what? Even before I get into that, let me say the other thing that was really weird is that that a lot of people were watching is that Elizabeth Warren refused to shake Bernie Sanders' hand after the debate, and they seemed to have a pretty awkward, tense little interaction there. So, it doesn't make sense to play the video on the show because, like 90-something% of our audience listens audio and there's no audio in it. But, you can go watch it on YouTube, and she very clearly refuses to shake his hand, and they have like a weird confrontation afterward. So anyway, maybe there's some beef there. But the other thing I was going to say is this Project Veritas video that came out, which I'm also not going to play on the show just because the audio quality is so bad. It doesn't make sense. But Project Veritas, they do all this like guerrilla undercover journalism where they secretly record people. So they got a couple members, like high up members of Bernie Sanders' campaign. And was it creepy what one of the guys was talking about. And he was basically saying that we need re-education camps in America to train the, quote, Nazis to not be Nazis anymore. And of course, Nazi is defined by anyone is defined as anyone you don't like, according to these people. So he's like, basically, that's why we have Donald Trump, because of the Nazis. And then he actually starts talking about the Soviet gulags and how they really weren't so bad. And a lot of people are like, oh, people give the Soviet gulags bad names because of what he said, CIA propaganda. But really, the Soviet gulags were just for re-education. As he said, you take some rich guy and you make him work every day in the gulags, and then he understands what it's like to be the working class. This is about the creepiest thing you'll ever fucking hear. And this guy is saying this with all sincerity. Now, normally, in normal politics, this would be the type of thing that's like, everyone agrees we won't bring this up. However, Donald Trump doesn't play by those rules, and I think this could really hurt Bernie Sanders. I think there's going to be a lot of, especially in the internet age with Donald Trump running, there's going to be a lot of these videos where this is played with montages of Bernie Sanders praising every authoritarian socialist regime in the last, 300 years, however long he's been alive. I just think it's, first off, it's terrifying, and it also, it gets to the point of what I was trying back when I was arguing with Sarwalk and when I've argued with a lot of these other left libertarians. It's like people have, and even just to the last episode, right? When I was saying the point that I was making where I said, well, why is it, which our guest John agreed with me on, why is it if I were to have Pat Buchanan on and say I have the great Pat Buchanan coming in studio today, or I were to have, whoever, I were to have Noam Chomsky on or someone like that and say, the great Noam Chomsky's coming in today. Or I would say, whatever, whoever, leftists, insert them there. Why is it that I would get way more shit for saying that about Pat Buchanan, even though he clearly is way closer to the libertarian position than Noam Chomsky or than Jimmy Dore or than, Tulsi Gabbard or someone like that? Well, why would I get more shit for saying that about Pat Buchanan? And he agreed that I would, and no one really has an answer for that. Why is that? And here's the answer, okay? This is it, because the propaganda, which we've all been propagandized into to some degree, and which Nick Sarwalk openly said when he was on my show, is he said, racists are bad people, but communists are misguided. See, this is the structure that you have to exist in, and a lot of people just implicitly or without really thinking it through, just agree with this. They go, yeah. See, the thing is that Pat Buchanan's a bad person, whereas Noam Chomsky or, whoever, Tulsi Gabbard, might just be misguided on economics. Now, I'm not saying Noam Chomsky or Tulsi Gabbard are a bad person, but I don't think Pat Buchanan is either. I think they're all misguided on a few issues, and Pat Buchanan is way better on more issues than they are. But if you're going to buy into this logic, first off, the left is always going to win because obviously you'll always prefer someone who's a little misguided to someone who's evil. And also, it's ignoring a lot of leftist history. Like, how much history of leftists do you need before you stop giving them this pass? Is the 20th century not enough to say, I don't know if all these leftists are just misguided? I think some of them might be downright evil. And that's where you see this shit. And that's why I really thought Project Veritas did such a great service by exposing this. It's like, oh yeah, look at that. That's not misguided, man. If you're saying the gulags aren't so bad and we need to throw every Trump supporter into a re-education camp, that is fucking evil, terrifying, authoritarian communism. That's what that shit is. It's not misguided. It's fucking evil. Communism is a lot more than misguided. It's the most evil ideology ever. And I submit the 20th century as a Exhibit A. And I think I could come back with a guilty verdict just from that.
What up, motherfuckers? It's the Real Ass Podcast. It's your boy, Louis J. Gomez.
Joe Rogan. I'm doing okay. I got Joe Rogan's my friend.
Yeah.
I show people.
And you
that
know
little...
a guy who knows Rob Schneider, so that's like even crazier.
That is technically true.
Yeah.
If you want recognizability, Rob Schneider's your guy. That's it. Most recognizable man on the planet.
I mean, I really do believe that Rogan would get stopped more just walking. And can I tell you why? I almost didn't make this point before because I forgot. Stop. I got distracted. I get distracted.
Yeah, no, you do.
Because what Rogan does is he does podcasts and he does a lot of podcasts and a long time on podcasts, right? 3 to 4 hours per fucking show. Every single day he does a podcast. So his fan base, they feel like they really know him. They like it's a different thing. I feel like people are more likely to come up to me and be like, "Oh, Louis, what's up, dude?" Than I think they are other comedians that they just know.
We're not talking about is who has more fans, Joe Rogan or Rob Schneider.
Yes, of course you would be intimidated to go up to the ivory tower that is Rob Schneider.
Yes.
And bother him from his busy day.
I'm just saying that the fans of podcasts are more recognizable. I would almost feel like Joe Rogan's fans have watched him for like hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider
Schneider's
fans
done a
have-
movie every year for the
Rob
last
Schneider's fans
25
have watched
years.
him for a total of
I've
screen
never
time.
seen somebody this
Total of screen
miss
time.
this point that much.
Rob
That's crazy.
Schneider. Rob
It's
Schneider's
insane.
trying to kill my son, and I'm coming for Rob Schneider, and that's why we invited Gary here today.
To get to him, give him his number. Hack into his phone, Apple.
You call Rob Schneider a hack? I like that. That was fucking a little slick move right there. Holy shit!
Guess who'll stink? Guess who'll stink? Guess who'll stink? Guess who'll stink?
Solid joke.
Sound as good,
Solid
but I'll
joke.
take
You missed the point. It's Rob Schneider is more recognizable than Joe Rogan. More people overall. Not
More
saying that
people would
there's
stop Joe Rogan on the street.
That's,
That's what I'm
not
saying.
what. That's okay. That's not what I'm saying. That's a
I'm saying
completely
more
different.
recognizable.
That's not more. You're then say more recognizable.
I'm saying even more recognizable. Fine. By any metric, Joe Rogan is more whatever.
If you
thing,
took 100
whatever
random
word you
people-
want, Joe Rogan is more than Rob Schneider. Again,
If you
pick a
took
word.
100 people across America,
randomly picked. More people would know.
Non-comedians.
They would know which one. If you had to guess who's famous out of this, one or two, and if you know who's who, say their name, and more people would get Rob Schneider.
I think not. That's it.
That's the poll right
Get
there.
fucking stupid ass Dylan in here. Dylan, get over here right now.
He doesn't count.
ask the guy who works at a podcast studio that Joe Rogan's been at.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
never seen
instead of you
something
guys
more
understanding
swayed.
that I'm not stupid, I wouldn't do that. Obviously, I'm a genius, and I'm going to come up with a great idea.
You need a question and poll it on Twitter. Just like
fuck the Twitter question. Trust me.
Fuck you,
Dylan.
Get him, Peter.
Yeah,
Dylan,
get him.
Here's what you got to do, Dylan. You have to redeem yourself for being a liar on that last show and making up that story. Okay.
Boy, he came and sat down quick.
a Brad
He got
Williams
raped.
story?
He knows. He's very excited.
It's good.
Yo, Brad Williams.
He's the woman that Brad Williams raped. Who's Dylan?
Yeah, no, that was really funny. I was reading the comments. Everyone thought I made it up, and I
Yeah.
would love to like give them the number to my therapist so she can tell them that I'm having
Please do
PTSD.
that. Please give out the number to your therapist right now and have our fans just fucking threaten her.
Ruin the number.
Just fucking, what up, whore? We're coming.
Great fans.
We have a great fan base. Dude, come on. They say shitty things sometimes, but they're sweethearts in real life.
There were some really nice comments. I do want to point that out. There were a lot of people that were like, "Why the fuck would he make it up?" But no, it was fun. What am I redeeming myself?
So here's what you got to do, okay? I need you to get them to print out a picture of Rob Schneider and a picture of Joe Rogan.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
And I need you to go and ask 100 people. 100 people. And we need this on video camera, too, because we're going to edit it together. And who
I'm
they
gonna edit it.
recognize.
Go to Times Square.
I'm gonna edit it.
That's where you get everybody.
Times Square is
Perfect.
What if he
That's where I
goes
was
to
gonna-
a
yeah.
Popeyes in Harlem with these two?
100% better idea, Nate.
What is it?
Yes.
No,
At two in the morning.
Popeyes in Harlem.
2 in the morning.
Yes.
2 in the morning.
You have to.
Yes.
Why you showing me Deuce Bigelow, nigga?
It's a prank. It's a prank.
Circle snake, circle snake, circle snake, circle snake.
That was
All right, so I like it. Times Square, 100 people.
I really think the idea should be
100?
Harlem
Oh,
is
yeah.
only going to make
Harlem
the point
is-
better.
Harlem is way better.
Yeah, you're right. Harlem's going to
You
make
guys-
our case way more.
You guys don't know the story, though. He got attacked at a Harlem Popeyes because we made him go. You remember
Sing
the
an chicken sandwich?
You remember the song, the hot chick who was singing
That was
on
terrible.
TikTok, the Starbucks song?
Okay.
She sang her order on TikTok.
Sure.
It was like really cringy and annoying.
Okay.
So we
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
made him go to a Popeyes in Harlem and sing his order for a Popeye chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
And black people hated it.
He made me do it 3 times. I did it once at like the Lower East Side, and he was like, "Nope, not good enough." Went to Brooklyn. He's like, "Nope, not good enough." And then I had to go do shit. I wasn't available until like 1 in the morning, so I was like, "Rap films tomorrow."
Yeah.
And went to Harlem
did
at
it.
2 in the morning.
And the
Was it
rest of the
rap?
story is bullshit. He says a gun was pulled on him. None of us believe him, but it's fine.
You say a gun was pulled on you?
It's no more. We're not going to tell him repeat a fake story. It's crazy.
This is you
I know,
repeated the same-
ridiculous.
So this is the story that you guys were talking about.
Yes,
Yes,
so that's
yeah.
the story. So,
Yeah.
but no, they're right. Actually, it would only articulate their point better to go to Harlem because black people don't know who Joe Rogan is. Black people would definitely know.
How do you know?
Shit movies that Schneider was in.
What does that mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's yeah. Very racist comment, but
It's wildly racist.
But Rob Schneider is not a racist. Joe Rogan is a racist. Is what we're getting.
Now that
Who's
I
the
don't
bigger
agree
racist?
with at all?
Oh, definitely Rob Schneider. Have you seen his? He's a fucking hardcore conservative.
Is he? Schneider's a conservative?
He is a conservative.
I think
He's
whole Sandler
anti-vaccine too.
I think that whole Sandler crew's conservative is just they keep it under wraps.
Yeah,
I think Sandler's hardcore.
So 100
Don't let the
people-
basketball shorts that Adam Sandler wears fool you.
Print out a recent picture of Schneider, recent picture of Joe Rogan.
Not
Okay.
recent, like their most famous pic, like iconic.
I'll get a good photo.
Like the you can do it still.
No, it can't be like a
just
movie
a regular.
like,
yeah,
That one right there, the headshot, right there, the third one over.
Yeah.
The
How about
headshot.
both?
Right there is
How
great.
about go
Shannon,
both
that's great.
headshots?
That
No,
one's
the
perfect.
first
That's
one,
it.
Shannon.
You
that
need
one.
it.
That's
Jerry
it. Recognizable
Jerry curl.
now.
Jerry curl.
Recognizable now.
You want the curls.
You need
That guy. Come
That's
on.
not him now.
It's headshot.
That is a pretty good
it's
photo,
headshot,
though.
headshot.
That is a pretty
And the
good
loser of
photo.
this, we actually shoot in
Now,
the head.
but that doesn't.
Headshot.
Yes, right there, that Rogan one.
That
You can't do Rogan with the headset.
Yeah, but then what
Right
about
there.
that headshot for Rogan? But then for Schneider, you got to find one that's more.
You got to do
like,
headshot to headshot. That's the only fair way.
I
to
do
go.
like the one right
Yeah,
there.
but get
with
an
the
earlier
curly hair.
headshot of him.
Not
This
an
was
earlier-
taken yesterday.
That one's really good.
You
I
could
think
take.
that's fine.
You
That
pick-
one's really
You
good.
pick their
That
most
was great.
recognizable photo without any
That's not true.
accessories.
That's psychotic. Okay, you know, I'm not picking the most recognizable photo.
That's the most recognizable Rogan photo.
You're a psycho.
Yours.
Listen to me.
No, he's right.
You're a fucking moron, idiot.
Why you
And
think you're gonna lose? Why? That's
Yeah,
the problem.
you're trying to stack
Yeah,
the deck.
fuck
I'm not
you.
trying to
That's
stack shit.
shitty.
What I'm saying
Oh,
is,
fuck that.
Shitty
you need
stacker.
to do. You said who's more recognizable, not who was more recognizable at a certain period of their life.
But Rob Schneider doesn't look like that in movies ever.
He looks like that now. That's how he looks if you walk down the street. If he's in L.A., this is Rob Schneider. Hi, I'm Rob Schneider. This is my opener, Gary, whatever his last name is.
I think if you never, I think if
Yo,
you never
go-
saw him, that I don't know if that's
Which
like
one? Which
exactly
one would
like
you?
him.
Which one would you say? Is
Or
the
I
most
would even do.
recognizable?
I would do
Can
that
you
one
find
right there.
an earlier headshot
The
of
second
him
one.
a couple years ago?
I do that
No,
one
not
even-
that. He doesn't have a chin hair. He looks like he's in a fucking jazz band playing bongos.
Looks like skinny Brennan Sagalow, I realize.
Yeah, you got to go the younger. Shit. The younger pick. Can I get a napkin?
No, I'm telling you. I'm not wrong about this. I'm not trying to get anything stacked.
There
I'm
you go.
saying A picture. No,
that
no.
one's really
Yes.
good too.
Yeah, that's fine, dude. What's wrong with the picture? We got to pick the
Like
picture.
that's the Rob that like has been in all the movies. That's the character.
Or even the one in the tank top's pretty great.
I'm not going to keep on arguing this. If you
Look
guys
at
are
that.
stupid, deaf fucking assholes, and you don't want to,
You guys are wrong.
I'm Nate.
all
Nate,
agree.
you're the only fucking person that's fair and balanced. Go into the fucking booth for a second.
Which means you better agree with me.
No. Do you think that we should be using a current headshot, or do you think we should be using their most recognizable
photos.
look?
Definitely from the height of their fame, they should be.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, can I
amazing.
disagree?
He just plays music
Yeah.
and it's over.
Lewis, I'm gonna take your side again.
Thank you.
All right, so that's
Because wait.
Shannon's
Because
calming me down. I like it.
because you guys said before, if both of them were walking outside, if both of them were walking outside right now, who would be more recognizable? So it has to be both of them right now.
Yep.
that picture of Rob. Oh Jesus, that picture. As the ghost of Rob Schneider.
Go to Rob Schneider's
Gary's having a
Instagram
full
right now.
breakdown.
These are real photos. This is not fuck all that. Go to his Instagram.
Look at it. How about profile picture?
right there.
Let's use this one.
Who's this old
Oh
lady?
my God.
Use this
Who's this
one.
old AIDS-ridden lady?
No, go to the profile pic.
Yo,
That's
she's
the
selling
one.
you sunglasses and
Look at that. That's the one you got to use. His profile pic for.
All right,
Fuckface.
what's Joe Rogan's profile?
It's that one that we pulled up, I think.
Look
Oh,
at that.
oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Don't-
Good luck, pal.
See, like that. See, Joe Rogan looks the same in almost all the photos. Like that's the person
Dylan,
you're
get
getting.
the fuck out of the studio. Why are you am I hearing your opinion? The
We didn't.
fuck-
We actually
go.
didn't say who is walking
Get
down the street.
out.
We
I'm
said
sick of your
who's
dumb
more
cute face.
recognizable.
Just follow me on
He's
Instagram.
too cute.
It's who's more recognizable.
Yeah, currently, fucking dumb.
We don't have to
dickhead.
say currently. We
No,
just
we
say,
never said currently.
We said overall, like they're overall, like if some. I guess if somebody sees them in an airport, so
I want
fine.
to move on from
We'll
this
do-
argument, but I'm not going
You
to.
keep bringing it back to this argument.
We'll go for as far as Rob Schneider's pictures. They could each be within the last 5 years. How about that? Then we'll go from there.
I think we got to take recognizable thing. They're most recognizable two pictures. Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
I think we need to.
You would take-
Hold on. Go to the Webster's definition of recognizable.
You can't celebrate
The whole
before
time.
the answers come out.
Clearly, the whole time Lewis just doesn't know what recognizable means.
That's why he's been so confused.
Recognizable. Who would win in a fist fight?
Whose birthday?
Oh, identified from previous encounters or knowledge. Previous encounters.
Wreck his
Yes.
eyeballs. Who would wreck his eyeballs? Rogan would wreck his fucking eyeballs easily, doggy.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then yes, I misheard.
We're having a different argument.
I misheard.
Is that what you said? Did you say wreck his eyeballs? No. Okay, thank God. Sometimes I do that when I'm thinking of a joke, and then a person says the joke, and then right after, like 30 seconds later, I go, wreck his eyeballs. And they're like, he just made that exact joke.
Even the example of the sentence they used had a previous photo of him. Was it, look, there was no recognizable photograph of him. So it's
Able
all
to
even
be
that's a
recognized or
photograph.
identified from previous encounters or knowledge.
Previous
hold on.
encounters.
Stop. They're not saying use old photos. He's saying able to be recognized.
From previous.
Because you've experienced them in the past, you fucking idiot.
Previous encounters. And then the word photograph is there. Word recognize. What are you writing down?
I'll do a current photo
What
just
are you-
so we could just put it out there. I just want to see the vote.
It's got to be a current photo. It's
yeah, fine. We'll
recognizable.
do it.
Recognizable
Fine.
means
That's sold.
currently recognizes.
Current photo.
Not going
Let's-
back in time.
Do that headshot.
Where's
Use the
he
Rob
being
Schneider
sent?
headshot. That's fine.
Can we just have Dylan give us the numbers instead of him fucking Sam Robertson his way onto the show
That was
again?
psychotic. So then, it was crazy. I mean, Dylan's he's a star fucker, obviously. He's a climber.
You told him to come and sit
He's
down.
got no respect for the craft.
Yeah. You let him plug his Instagram.
From now on, he talks to us from the booth only.
Yeah. Dylan,
Name a lion.
I don't know why things are like they are. We've come so far, but we are back at the start. We're fighting wars no one can win. And looking for a different outcome in the end. What's the point? What's the point? You can't eat a ghost and you can't tame a lion. You can't find gold, but you keep on trying. There's nothing but dust here. There's nothing but rust here. You can't give back what you've been given. Oh. You can have a heart attack and keep on living. You can put your foot in your mouth and be forgiven. I think it's all connected. A need for love and acceptance. It's not my directive to explain it. What's the point? What's the point? You can't eat a ghost and you can't tame a lion. You can't find gold, but you keep on trying. There's nothing but dust here. There's nothing but rust here. You can't give back what you've been given. You can't eat a ghost and you can't tame a lion. You can't find gold, but you keep on trying. You can't eat a ghost and you can't tame a lion. You can't find gold, but you keep on trying. There's nothing but dust here. There's nothing but rust here. You can't give back what you've been given. Oh, oh, oh,
hell yeah.
I wanted to come in with a sax. That'd be so cool.
So good. I just skipped the part.
That was great. That was great.
Fill her up. You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.